Brian, this is something that's not only happening here in the Midlands, but all over the country. People are going out to spend their money only to find out they don't have as much as they expected in their account. The problem isn't only with debit cards, but credit cards as well. There are ways to help protect your money so this doesn't happen to you.
The feeling of that can happen at any moment to anybody is pretty scary.
Christopher Sports is a Midlands man who works hard for his money.
I have been in the routine of having a direct deposit on a debit card, but it was just a regular visit to the grocery store, and you're pretty sure you got the money that was gone into your account.
With one purchase, Chris ended up realizing $600 was missing.
You're thinking, what's going on? So I called the card company and said, well, you had 2 purchases out of Westbury, New York.
Many have become victims of debit and credit card fraud, and they never saw it coming.
Probably one of the most reported things for identity theft is that someone's, taking money out of your bank accounts.
There are devices out there that can gain access to your cards.
The skimmer records your card number, and then there's also potentially a pad that's laid over that would record your PIN number, and that way then they have those 2 numbers that go together and give them direct access to your bank account.
Also, be mindful when starting a tab at a restaurant or bar.
Once you hand that away, you don't know exactly what they're doing with it. So in those situations where you don't necessarily know how safe it would be to give a debit card, it might be best to use a credit card instead, just because there are more consumer protections with a credit card versus that ATM card that's attached directly to your bank account.
Anyone can become a victim of debit card fraud.
You're going to protect yourself by keeping an eye on something like that, because